Hallo, herzlich willkommen aus SUNNYSIDE. Ich habe eine neue Rubrik für euch und zwar, wenn man so unterwegs ist, trifft man ja auch viele Leute mit extrem coolen Autos und ich stelle euch jetzt immer mal ab und dann, wenn ich ein cooles Auto finde, ein cooles Auto vor. Und heute fangen wir damit an. Das erste Auto ist Tigger. Tigger ist ein T3 SYNCRO von 1988.
This is John.
Hi, here is Tigger. And Tigger is a left-hand drive because he came from Barcelona. And that's been very helpful for us in Americas because everywhere's left-hand drive. We took all the inside out and rebuilt it all to suit our needs. So more storage and everything a bit smaller. With electric fridge, 12-volt fridge, a diesel cooker, a small sink with hot water on demand. Here you can see the bottom of the diesel cooker.
How is that working? It's getting from the tank directly?
So it has a fuel line from the same tank.
Yeah.
It has its own little pump inside. It doesn't use very much electricity at all.
And this is this little blower?
This is just to help circulation to go around the fridge.
Ah, okay.
This is why we have the holes in here to let that air in to the cooker and out for the fridge so that there's air moving around.
Okay.
And there's a hole in the side of the van out there with a small fan on it to blow air out as well.
On the back, on the outside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like a Caravan.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I think it is actually Saran.
Yeah. It's got Caravan. From Webesto. Ah, okay.
Yeah. One is the water heater, which is the water heater, the air heater, and the engine heater. It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
Basically, you just turn that on, and then this turns on.
That is okay.
The fan. It actually turns the fan on the front, and this one does the one at the back.
Yeah. Okay. So it comes even out of the normal standard. Yeah. Yeah. That is the water heating.
And this one's for the cooker.
Oh, that is how you turn it on.
So. Yep. Just one button to turn it on.
How long does it take until it is?
Till it's hot enough to cook, maybe 10 minutes. So it's not quick.
Yeah.
But it's every other aspect of it is so easy to keep clean. Only one fuel. Never have to look for gas or kerosene or anything. Blackout.
Blackout.
Yeah, it's completely blackout. So it has a mosquito screen, which if you don't want, you can just undo, and then you have a window which hinges at the top. Dometic. I think Dometic is the main company, and the window is Sites.
Okay.
Here's our fridge inside, which you can see is small.
Yeah, but you have even a fridge and a freezer.
A small freezer, yeah, for essential things like ice cream.
Oh,
and look, it really is frozen. Actually, it's a wooden one. In here.
Yeah.
I put some lights in here recently.
You have lights everywhere. That's.
Yeah, I know. We didn't to start with. But we found that we were just getting fed up not being able to see what's inside the cupboards.
Yeah.
The passenger seat here. Presses in here. You have the hose.
You have the hose and can fill up your tires and.
Yeah. So there's a long flexible.
Okay.
Air line that can take around. It reaches all the tyres. The usual rock and roll bed. And lots of extra storage. Here we keep our water purifier, which we can filter any water and drink that, which is very handy. And you turn that on, and it's coming out slowly, but filtered and safe to drink. This is a new addition since we've been on the road. Is a battery charger. And lucky for me, it charges from either 110 or 220 volt source. So first detail is the arsenal, where we keep the weapons. So this little bit of storage we've got under the seat here is just a safe place to keep things with sharp edges out the way, like saws and knives and things. And then underneath that space is the area where we keep our leisure batteries. So we have leisure battery.
This so you got two.
Two, yeah. Originally we started out with 3 and these were 2 separate ones together, but I couldn't find the right size to replace it, or them. This is a voltage power splitter which is on the end of this, and that's how it manages to charge the 2 separate battery banks efficiently. And this thing down here, this is the water exchanger, the same as you have in the front of your car.
Yeah, the hot water.
And that receives its heat from this pipe which comes from the engine. Linked into the engine coolant system is the Webasto diesel heater. So it effectively preheats the diesel engine, heats this heat exchanger to provide us with hot water from one cold water source. This is the blower matrix which blows air into the vehicle, again using the same heating coil. And I brought in here, I brought my ECU, I brought it in from the engine bay so that it wouldn't get wet. When we bought it, this was full of water tanks that had been made specially for them, and they had 3, it was all completely 3 separate plastic containers for, that's where they kept their water.
Yeah.
This piece and the bed mechanism is still the original piece. I didn't bother to change that because that was working fine.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can see the original colour here, which is the sort of sandy beige colour. So at the end of our build, we decided we had just about enough money left to paint the van on the outside.
It's now a nice
luxury.
There.
There's more storage in here, and there's the new controllers for the solar panels. A couple of speakers just to give us a 4-speaker system.
Yeah.
And then above this is the usual top bed arrangement. That's very common with Westphalias, Weinsbergs and Remos. I think they're all the same format. We have this little bit as a piece of permanent storage even when the roof is down. Yeah. So when the roof's down, this netting, I can show it to you later when the roof is down. It goes up. Stops everything falling out.
Yeah.
Front of the roof structure is fixed and doesn't come out. And that is, in essence, a great storage box.
Storage with disco line.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone needs disco lights.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cargo netting everywhere.
Yeah.
This is really useful stuff.
Underneath, easy here.
Drove overland all the way to Malaysia via Central Asia, Mongolia, China, and then down through Southeast Asia. And then we shipped from Kuala Lumpur to Vancouver. Then we went up to the Yukon, across into Alaska, back down the west coast of America, across Florida, up the east coast to Niagara, and then Niagara down to Mexico. Tigger can't go anywhere without his tail. The excited Tigger. Yeah, we had the wheel carrier here made up special so that we could safely mount heavy wheels on the back, because it's secured at top, bottom and on the hinge. It's very solid when driving, so you don't have to worry about it shaking loose. Yeah. Bicycle lock, which if I really wanted to I could loop through these 2 bits on the wheels and lock the wheels together so nobody can open the back up. But to be honest, I don't. Washing machine.
Explain the washing machine, how does it work?
You fill it with clothes and hot water and detergent and then drive on a big bumpy road.
That is amazing. I love this detail with the...
Simple, but it does work. And it's also a little bit of extra storage for things like the outside shower.
So the mounts, did you bought them or did you build them?
Build.
Build.
Yeah. From this point, this is all new. The bumper, the frame, the hinges. This was made for us by a good friend in England. He made the whole thing up. Well, he designed it and built it for us. So here we have our shower at the back of the vehicle. And down to there. We do have a curtain which goes around here, so when we're not in the wild we have to do that. And then when you've got the heater on, which we don't at the moment, this turns the pump on, and this regulates the temperature of the water that comes out the shower. The trasheroo, everything goes in there, including fuel, barbecue coal, oil, spare parts, anything that's dirty, trash. So until we can get rid of our trash, we'll carry it around until we can find a responsible place to get rid of it. Everything else. The cyclone filter, so that receives the air before the air filter gets it. So it's already taken out all the small fine pieces of dust. And that has saved the air filter. Otherwise that would have gone in the air filter. One.
Yeah.
And then this was an auxiliary, and the tank is here. Very basic van lock. You find it in just about all hardware stores or builders merchants.
Yeah. So you bolt it through.
Bolt it through, welded it.
Yeah.
And then painted it.
Yeah.
This is a flexible fold-up sand, stroke mud and snow tread. LED spotlights. This is left over from Halloween. We had some Halloween things when we were in New York. GoPro mounts.
GoPro mounts.
So occasionally we can just pop the GoPro on there and left jack. Or, as we better tell the truth on that, it's a jack haul. Yeah, so we have waffle boards, water inlet, and the tank again is underneath and is the same size as the spare fuel tank. This is just a plastic cover to protect the plastic water tank which is behind this. So we've got about another 60-65 litres, 60 to 65 litres of water here, and about the same 60 to 65 litres of diesel fuel in the auxiliary tank the other side. So it balances the whole thing out when they're both full. Modification made in Thailand, in Bangkok, and this helps to scoop the air up to push it all the way down here to, we have an intercooler down here. Yeah. And the intercooler has a fan on it as well, but I just thought this might help a little bit more to blow more air down to it. What the original engine was, it might have been a 1.6 diesel. It's now 1.9 TDI diesel. It's a very common engine. It's in Golfs and Jettas.
You had some troubles on the road?
Yeah. Funny you should ask that.
Maybe I heard something.
Yeah. Probably heard it from my bank manager. We had an engine failure in northern BC, and the engine we put in, we test drove for 7 kilometres and then it blew up. So we got another one sent to us, and that lasted us a fair while until we got to Wisconsin about a year later, and that one blew up. So we got a replacement, quite cheap one actually, $200 in America.
Really?
Yeah. And I fitted that one myself. A really nice guy that we called on for help in the VW community here. He came and rescued us, popped the van into his workshop and said, use all my tools, stay as long as you like. So we did, and he was an extremely great help. He knew an awful lot. So it's the first time I've changed the engine in it myself, and it's still in there working okay.
Yeah, so 3 engines.
3 engines, yeah. Well, I suppose one of them doesn't really count because it must have had an inherent fault.
Okay.
Because the guy
but
who
the work
supplied us,
to build it in, build it out is the same.
well, it was easier second time.
Yeah.
John, thank you very much. Very nice vehicle.
You're welcome.
Das war Tigger. Ich bin total begeistert von diesem T3 Synchro. Ein super cool ausgebauter Wagen. Mehr Informationen findet ihr in der Videobeschreibung. Da findet ihr auch den Blog von den beiden, tiggerstravel.com. Und lasst mich mal in den Kommentaren wissen, wie ihr dieses neue Format findet. Und dann würde ich sagen, haut auf den Abonnieren-Button, haut auf den Like-Button. Der Weg lohnt sich. Bis zum nächsten Mal in der Rig-Section.